All right, so I finally got to see the Oregon-Stanford game. Wow, what a ball game. I knew it was good. I knew it was going to be good. Kept on hearing about it from my friends, getting texts, so on and so forth. But I do want to point this out. The next footage is graphic, so everybody needs to understand that, okay? Now, that was pretty graphic. And I gotta tell you, this was a huge turning point for the Oregon Ducks. Riley McCoy, you are a bleeping beast. That is what I've got to say. Many kudos to you. You got up, you walked off the field. Yeah, you may have had a little bit of help, but I got to tell you, not only did you walk off the field, you inspired your team. Coach Lombardi, great job on getting your team refocused and winning. Let's just be honest, winning. Great job. I mean, that is very difficult. I've seen many times where a player's been injured and it's an inspirational player like Riley McCoy. That in itself is a learning point for all young ball players to take a look at, okay? This picture, to me, that I'm going to put up in just a minute, or you're probably looking at it right now, I don't know which way I'm going to go with this, but is truly instrumental in showing how tough Riley McCoy is. And I got to put in something here, so don't laugh too hard when I say it. She is not any LeBron James. He would have jellyfished. He would have had to been life lighted out or reached out or helicoptered out, whatever y'all call it in your area. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oregon Ducks, hell of a job. Coach Lombardi, hell of a job. Riley McCoy, I hope you are doing phenomenal today, kid. I really do. Kudos go out to you. Good morning. Man, this weekend was freaking phenomenal sports weekend. Let's just be honest. I'm going to give you guys 3 numbers, what's going to turn into 4. Okay? Here we go. 79.4, 103, 122.9, and then we'll get to the last one, okay? So the first one I want to give you is 122.9. Exit velocity from Oneil Cruz hitting a jack over the weekend. Oh my God, 122.9 miles per hour. That's getting me so excited about this one because that's torque, that's creation, that's getting everything together nicely done. 103, Tarik Skubal. The last pitch he threw in his complete game shutout yesterday. 103. That is crazy. But that shows that he's been putting some good work into his lower half and putting everything together. Nicely done. And I'm going to go back to the same word that I've been going back to, creating torque. All right? Now, this one is phenomenal. 79.4, which equates out to 111.7. Okay? 111.7 is from 60 feet, 6 inches. 79.4 is from 43 feet. Okay? Karlyn Pickens broke her own NCAA velocity record this weekend. Do we all understand that? That means she's thrown 2 pitches over 78 miles an hour. Wow. You guys all think about that for a minute. Again, torque, utilizing your lower half properly. To you young athletes out there, I can't express enough. Learn how to use your lower half, because here are 3 examples on how to do it. All right? Hey, this is Chris with Getaway Game Sports, and that was your liquid nitro moment of the weekend. Have a great one, everybody. Bye. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? Hey, I'm doing great. Got to bed about 3:30 this morning. It's about 7:30-ish here, Pacific Standard Time. And this guy, yeah, I'm going to put a picture of him up there or some down there. I don't know yet. My boy, my puppy dog woke me up this morning. Gotta love him. But here we go. I want to talk about the Ole Miss versus Arkansas SEC tournament baseball game. Okay? There was a huge coachable moment in this. All right? You've got a ball hit by Arkansas into center field. You've got the right fielder, Ryan Morman, and the center fielder, Isaac Humphrey, converging on the ball, right? Well, hold on. You guys take a look and tell me. Okay. So I'm going to keep this going. So as you can see, they collide, all right? First of all, it's unclear if anybody called it, all right? I just want to let you guys know that. Second of all, Moorman suffered a head injury and sprained his knee, and Humphrey returned to the game. Moorman's the right fielder. Humphrey is the center fielder. Nobody knows who called it, really? Somebody called it, but they weren't communicating with their other player. Now, as we all know, when given that opportunity, it is always the center fielder's ball, allegedly. Right? Right. Should this have been a collision? Ooh, nobody really knows. But if you're yelling loud enough, you should be able to call him off center fielder. Can you say that anybody's at fault? I don't know. Because communication is key, and if we can't communicate, therefore we won't be able to know who's going to be injured and who's not going to be injured. But suffering in the SEC tournament, a knee injury, ooh, ouch, and a head injury? I mean, the dude straight up got DKFO'd. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind that he was not DKFO'd. Hey, what are your thoughts on this play, and what coachable moment do you think you could pull out of it to make your players better? All right, everybody? Hey, this is Chris from Getaway Games Sports. Have a good one. All right, here we go, folks. This is the liquid nitro energy drink moment, all right, for Getaway Game Sports. Okay, first of all, did anybody by any chance last night watch the Mercet versus Samsord game, college baseball game? Okay, so I'm going to just kind of give you the Reader's Digest version. Here we go. Samson player hits a jack in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hits it like 970. Good for him, right? Attaboy, nice job. Well, the dude does like a extra special bat flip, running down the line, taunts everybody and their mother's, uncles, sisters, best friends, nephews, cousins, dog. Okay? Do we all got that? All right, good. Then taunts, coming around first, the infielders, coming around second, everybody else, and then coming around third, taunts the Mercet dugout. Now, and then hits home plate and is doing his flexing and so on and so forth. Now, I don't know the history between Mercet and Samsord, but one thing I do know is if I'm Mercet, you know what I'm saying? There would have been a brawl. No ifs, ands, or buts, a brawl. Straight up brawl. I don't care. But Mercet kind of jellyfished. And here's why I say that. They protested the game. Oh, yay, all right, good. Why? The guy hit a jack. What are you protesting? I'm kind of curious to know because I can't seem to find anything on it, but it's also 0730, 045, 7:45 in the morning. Now, this is what I would have done. I would have ear-holed the next 3 players. Then when that guy came up again, I would have ear-holed him. Let's be honest. That's just what we would do. Personally, I like to thank Jose Bautista for the bat flip. If I can talk, the bat flip. Because it actually was a pretty good one. But this would have been a Jose Bautista Rowan Order moment as well. But no, it's just a liquid nitro energy drink moment, folks. Anyway, one thing I will say, though, dude, really, it's the bottom of the 6th inning and you hit a home run and it wasn't even a walk-off and you're freaking sitting here jumping all around like you just hit the walk-off to win the game to go to the College World Series. I don't know. Want your opinions on that. I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it in here while this is going on, while I'm talking. This is Chris from Getaway Game Sports. Have a good one.